Well, I don't know about you, but I'm starting to see a pattern here. The exact same thing seems to be happening to people in the woods over and over and over again in different places. But no, Sasquatch isn't real. Hmm. Anyway, this is report number 50074. I didn't read the actual report. I read the follow-up investigation because it was shorter and just as interesting. So, anyway, let's dive into this.
I spoke to the witness at length by phone only 3 days after the event. His recollection of all that occurred was very fresh and detailed. He is an avid outdoorsman, spending lots of time hiking and camping. He has never had anything like this occur in all of his years in the wilderness. The campground was very full due to leaf watchers as fall colors are at peak. He and his wife heard sounds on Friday night that were quite odd. They first heard coyotes howling. Then right after they heard a single vocalizer that sounded entirely different than the coyotes. It was much deeper and louder and did not sound like a canine. He said it had more of a deep and wailing sound, and the coyotes were yipping in a group. He and his wife did not pay it much attention until the events of early Sunday morning. The branch breaking started at 2:30 am and lasted 45 minutes to 1 hour. There were at least 2 animals as the branch breaking was taking place over his right shoulder at 11 o'clock. Then at 1 o'clock, he heard a loud vocalization that he described as very deep and guttural from a huge creature that he said was so loud that he thought the animal was 20 feet tall. He said it sounded very similar to a deer blowing an alarm, but much deeper, longer, like a sigh. The limb breaking then continued over both shoulders. The limbs being broken were both large and small. He and his wife listened and pondered what was doing it. He told me he didn't tell his wife, but he suspected it was by a Sasquatch. It continued until this extremely loud wood break occurred. They had dogs with them, but the dogs didn't respond in any way at the noises. The next morning they went and looked for limbs, footprints or other evidence and found nothing. They did notice some odd rock piles. 2 were very old, 1 was younger. They also noticed lots of mushrooms with the tops eaten, but the stems were discarded. The witness was skeptical of the possible existence of Sasquatch, but now fully believes in their existence. He is very curious about them and he now looks at the woods in a different light.
This guy has a biology degree. I mean, come on now. He knows, he's always been in the woods. Apparently he's a woodsman, so he knows what he's supposed to hear in the woods and what he's not supposed to hear in the woods. And he was not supposed to hear what was going on. This is not a normal occurrence. And when a guy with a degree in biology says, this might be a Sasquatch, chances are it's probably a Sasquatch, just saying. Anyway, I thought this was fascinating, so I'm sharing it with you, and I know it's very similar to a lot of other reports, but the MO is the same. It's these creatures behave how they behave, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, thanks for watching. I thought this was interesting as heck, and I hope you did too. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all on the flip side. I'm out.